opportunity to be between our Muslim brothers and sisters. Each one will be blessed. Barakat Allah alaykum, Allah barak fikum. I'd like to say a few words in Arabic for our Palestinian brothers. الله معاكم يا أحبائي. كل التحية وأجمل التحية لأبناء شعب فلسطين العظيم في مخيمة اللاجئين في لبنان، غزة الشقيقة والمظلومة والمدمرة والمدمرة في أردن وفي سوريا، في أنحاء العالم كله، في أرجنتينا، في بريطانيا. هي فرصة سعيدة نشوفكم، وإن شاء الله المرة الجاية إن شاء الله نشوفكم في فلسطين، وأنت في بلدة كنيل، البلدة اللي افتقدوك هناك، راح ترجع إن شاء الله ومهما يمر الزمان أنت وابنك وأولادك وأولادك ترجعوا لفلسطين الشقيقة. وبس في عندي طلبة، خذني معكم يا أخوة، خذني معكم إن شاء الله. شكرا. Well, I think it was enough to say it in Arabic for my brothers. I couldn't hold myself. I'm very happy to see my Palestinian brothers here, and it's very painful. I see this honorable gentleman, Mr. Hussein Omar al-Husseini. I'm very happy. He's like my brother. I met him in one of our activities for Palestine. And since then we became like brothers, which exchanged a day without messages with him. I get very angry and upset with him, and he's all the way back. But mostly I like more his father more than I like him. His father is a piece of history. His father grew in a village of Kanir. Kanir is a southern village south of Haifa. It was also an Arab city before it was destroyed and conquered, and tens of thousands of Palestinians have been expelled viciously by the Zionist terror groups Haganah, Etzel, and Lehi, which was performed after that to be called Israel Defense Forces. These vicious Nazi Zionist groups who
come and help with this. Okay.
I'm sorry. Rabbi Beck already explained the fundamental difference between Zionism and Judaism, and I'd like to just to review shortly the history between Muslims and Jews, and to show how evil are the Zionists and how evil are they by not even saying thank you for a wonderful history of about 1,350 years between Jews and Muslims. The history between the Jews and the Muslims started by the Caliph Abu Bakr, Rahmat Allah ala Ruh al-Tahra, and after that by the Caliph, the second Caliph Omar bin Khattab, the great Caliph who released Palestine for the Byzantines, released Iraq also, and also he captured, I think, Iran, if I'm not making a mistake, Persia, yeah. He put the foundation that after that the Muslim religion will tolerate Judaism and other religions also, instead they would pay a loyalty tax that's called jizya. We've been very happy and proud to pay the jizya because we've received protection, mercy, understanding, and sympathy from the Muslims government, especially from the Caliphate, and that was the beginning of the flourishing of the Jewish religion, because as Muslims, the believers of Allah Ta'ala, we've been protected and had the right to practice our religion. I myself, my parents are coming from Iraq. We've been lived there for many, many years. So my father tells me that our history in Iraq is about at least 2,000 years, if not more. And my father served in the Iraqi army, was proud to serve in the Iraqi army. He was an Iraqi nationalist, my father. He never became a Zionist. Till his last day, he cursed the day that he came to Palestine. As you know, my dear brothers, my Muslim brothers, there was a shift. Between 1.3 million, the number 900,000 is false, I just researched it lately. The numbers of Palestinians that was expelled in the Nakba in 48 was not 900,000. 900,000 was parents and elderly people, yes, but they didn't count the children. He was a child, my dear friend, Mr. Husseini. He was a child when he was expelled from Palestine. He was not accounted in the number of the expelled. So the number is between 1.3 million and 2 million. because the children were never accounted. One of the biggest, vicious, worst ethnic cleansings been done in a recorded history. And then, in order to fill up this land without people, Palestine became a land without people. Of course, after you expelled 2 million Palestinians, it became a land without people. Then they took all the Arab Jews families, about more than a million people, from Morocco till Iraq and even till Iran, and terrorized them in order to force them to come to Palestine and take the possessions, the properties, the land, houses, villages, farms of these great Palestinian people. Ignoring the great history that we share together. When I'm talking about it was in Iraq, the Caliphate gave us was the Resh Galisa, the right to live together. The Resh Galisa was a descendant, a grandchild of King David. When I say grandchild, it means like throughout the generations. And he used to receive an autonomous zone in Baghdad that Jews lived there, and he was like a small king. He used to come every day to visit the Caliph. He used to kiss the hand of the Caliph, and the Caliph used to tell him, "How are you? How is the community? How is life?" And the Caliph was interested about how the Jewish community are flourishing. And this Resh Galusi, this Jewish leader, used to receive a Muslim guards. He had the security bodyguards. And when he used to go in the streets, the Muslim soldiers used to say in Arabic, "Amanu makan ibn Dawood," which means make a space for the son of David. That's how the Muslim used to respect us, protect us, and be tolerant to us. But that's only in Baghdad. Who's talking about later? Even the Caliphate from Bet Umayyah, which was about close to 90 years, and the kings of the Caliphate from Bet Umayyah was great for us. And after we enjoyed from 500 years of the Abbasidi Caliphate. But Abbas, which I think it was founded by the Caliph Abu Safa, and Abu Safa also put the foundation of Jewish protection. He welcomed a lot of Jews to work in his government. Who can forget about the glorious Harun al-Rashid? Most probably you know about him. Harun al-Rashid used to give 1,000 dirham, which is I think it's a silver coin for charity, which many poor Jews enjoy that. Used to be a whole line of poor people used to come to his palace every day, and he used to give a lot of charity for the people, for the Muslims, for the poor Muslims. Among them, poor Jews that used to receive this charity, daily charity gift for the gifts of the Muslims. My father's and mother's neighbors used to come to give potatoes, dates, and a sheep, a small sheep for the Pesach. Pesach is a very expensive holiday. We used to receive it with thanks from our Muslim brothers, because my family was considered, a very poor family. They were very needy family, and the Muslim neighbors, they noticed that, and that's how they behaved. As you know, charity by Muslims is a great thing, and they didn't avoid giving a zakat for the Jews. They gave a lot of zakat for the Jews. In the time of the Farhud, there was a Farhud which basically, I think it was a pro-Zionist, plot in order to put the foundation for the deportation of Jews, Iraqi Arab Jews from Iraq. There was about 100 Jews were massacred. No one knows exactly who were there. But when all the Baghdad Jews, Basra, Hanakil, and Mosul, were saved by their neighbors. My parents used to live in the second floor, and I think Mr. Husseini knows about this story. And the landlord saved my whole family, 14 members that used to live in the second floor. They came to kill the family, and the landlord stood with a sword, and he didn't let them to kill my family. That's my mother every year. See, when she used to commemorate, to remember this day, she used to tell us how we've been saved by our Muslim neighbors. My mother remember how the landlord used to take 2 wagons with food, with a kosher, proper Jewish food. He knew that the Jews doesn't eat non-kosher, so he just told them, you go to buy the food, I'll pay for it. And then he used to go to two cities, which was very important cities for the Shiite Muslims, Najaf and Karbala. And my mother used to tell me how they used to go to the river there, and I used to give you cities. It's a very beautiful cities. Both cities, unfortunately, were destroyed by the American invasion of Iraq at the time, when the Saddam Hussein were toppled. After that, it was like about insurgency, and they destroyed this old cities, which was very beautiful city. I used to ask my mother, do you remember the old city? She said, yeah, of course, I've been there many times. The Muslim Nabi used to take us there. I told her, you should know it's been destroyed. She was crying because she remembers it was a very beautiful place. So, but Chaim, are you sure it was destroyed? Unfortunately, it was destroyed because my mother was very, when Palestinian people used to come to visit us and come to sell, Palestinian merchants used to come from Gaza. At that time, Gaza was not closed yet. She used to come to speak with us, and they said, where are you from? I was, oh, you're Iraqi. We can see on your accent that you're Iraqis. Why did you come here to Palestine? What happened? He said, the Muslims were not good to you. Said, what can we do? We've been terrorized to come here. Said, well, we know about it. They knew about it. People from Gaza. By the way, the most 80% of the Gazan people belong to Palestine, to the ancient Palestine, southern and central Palestine, like Ascalon, Ashdod, Jaffa, Beersheba, yeah. And unfortunately now the Gaza people are facing a second Nakba, a second disaster, a second expulsion and genocide. But it's not second genocide, it's only one long, it's all chain of a long genocide of